Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitz TV here, aka GLauren33, back here with another video on this channel for you guys today. And today we're gonna continue talking about Dragon Ball Super superhero, and we're gonna be focusing on Piccolo, right? I told you guys, after, if you guys haven't seen my review yet for the movie, it is live on the channel right now. But I was gonna make a couple videos talking about some of the characters in this film, and definitely Piccolo was the one I was most excited to make. Piccolo is a main character in this movie. Him and Gohan are the leads for the heroes, and it is pretty awesome. So we're gonna be talking about Piccolo in this film, and I'm gonna be letting you guys know, as the title states, why I think Piccolo is the MVP of this movie. So let's not waste any time. So I'm not gonna go really too deep really into the plot. I'm more just gonna focus on what Piccolo does in this movie, right? And why I love it. I don't remember the last film, right? The last Dragon Ball film where Piccolo was a lead. I'm trying to think of it right now. You know, I honestly can't think of it. It's probably one of the early DBZ movies, right? Before you know, they introduced Super Saiyans, right? Because once Super Saiyan came on, it was mainly Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, you know, Gohan, even Goten, you know, and Trunks. They became, you know, the leads of every single movie. And I was talking about Kid Trunks. I know I said Trunks twice there. Anyway, they became the leads of each of the movies, you know, after Super Saiyan was introduced. It was really the early DBZ movies where Piccolo got to shine. And we all know, as you know, the Saiyans gained higher, you know, levels of power. Piccolo became, I don't want to say a side character, but he wasn't as big a focus in the battles. We all know that after the Cell arc, you know, Piccolo doesn't have many big fights. Yes, in Dragon Ball Super, in the manga and the anime, he's there. He fights in the Resurrection F arc. He fights in the Universe 6 arc. He fights in the Tournament of Power. He fights in the Mora arc of the manga, right? But still, you know, he doesn't have any, I would say, huge moments in Dragon Ball Super. You know, just in Dragon Ball in general, after the, you know, Cell arc, he doesn't have too many big moments. And I think that's disappointing, because Piccolo is my second favorite character in all of Dragon Ball after Goku. I love, he's the badass, even though he's quiet and reserved, you know. And when he does, you know, make an appearance, it's usually very impactful. No matter if it's training Gohan, fighting in battle, you know, training Pan, you know, like he does in this movie. He's usually impactful when he is on screen. And in this movie, he takes center stage. Piccolo has more screen time than really anybody in the film. I feel like if you were to go back, this is about an hour 40 minutes. Piccolo probably has the most amount of screen time. And it's great. He has lots of lines, lots of action, and he really does shine. It's really cool to see Piccolo get the focus. And remember, Akira Toriyama stated that Piccolo was supposed to be the hero of this movie. It wasn't supposed to be Gohan. It was originally supposed to be Piccolo. And as much as I love Gohan and he's awesome in this film, I would have loved for Piccolo to be the one to get the dub at the end of the day, even though Piccolo plays a major role in the final battle of this film. The film starts off with Piccolo training Pan, right? Pan's 3 years old. She's in kindergarten, and Piccolo is training her. You know, and Piccolo doesn't really take it easy on her, but still. And it's fun to see Pan and Piccolo have kind of like an uncle nephew or uncle niece relationship, right? Pan looks up to Piccolo almost like, I don't want to say like a second father, but as like a cool uncle. And Piccolo, he has a very playful relationship with Pan. They talk about training, they talk about the past, right? With, you know, Goku and Gohan's battle with Cell, and so many cool things. And I love how Piccolo's like honest with Pan. So, you know, Piccolo doesn't even treat Pan really like a kid here. You know, when Pan asks about, you know, was Gohan really strong, Piccolo's like yes and no, right? Piccolo's like, yes, he was, but he doesn't train that much. He's lazy because he wants to focus on being a scholar. I love that. And remember, Piccolo's not that old. You know, the way he acts, you would think Piccolo's like in his 50s or 60s, but remember, he's the same age as Gohan. And it's crazy because Piccolo was born right around a couple years before Gohan was born. You know, so they're right around the same age, which is, like I said, which is crazy to think about. But yes, Piccolo has so many cool interactions. You know, with Pan. You know, we get to see Piccolo's house in this film. You know, we see Videl call Piccolo, asking him to pick up Pan from school. And you know, we see Piccolo like, I'll do it, but man, I'm gonna beat Gohan up. You know, and we see Piccolo and Gohan have funny interactions. Them talking about the past, but also talking about how Gohan needs to train more, right? Pretty cool stuff. And then we see Piccolo go up against Gamma 2 shortly. And they, you know, Piccolo's interactions with Gamma 2 are cool. Because Gamma 2 refers to Piccolo as Demon King Piccolo. But Piccolo is like, I'm not that guy anymore. So what are you talking about? And this is cool because, you know, like I said, you don't hear Piccolo talk much these days. But he has so many lines in this film. It's just really cool stuff. And then we see Piccolo and Gamma 2 have a short battle. Really, and it's more of a stalemate. Piccolo doesn't really lose here because Gamma 2 fires off an attack on Piccolo. And, he, you know, Gamma 2 believes that Piccolo is dead, but Piccolo was able to get out of the way. And then Gamma 2 just left. So even though Gamma 2 was winning the fight, you know, the fight never ended. So then we see Piccolo then invade the Red Ribbon Army base. He beats up some random Red Ribbon Army soldier and steals his clothes, which is cool because that's something you wouldn't see from Piccolo back in DBZ. But it's just cool to see that. And, you know, Piccolo is like a secret spy straight out of Mission Impossible. And he's like getting all the goods and learning all the details about, you know, Magenta, Carmine, and the plan of the Red Ribbon Army. So then we see Piccolo have some cool interactions with characters, and these are interactions that you don't see much from Piccolo in DBZ, right? You know, when would you see Piccolo talking casually with Yajirobe, right? And Bulma. We get to see that in this film. We even see Piccolo FaceTiming Bulma multiple times. Like, the Piccolo from DBZ, you would never see that. This is Jangmo Super. It's just really cool to see those slice of life moments, right? Because it's like a different side of Piccolo's character. You know, we know him as the quiet guy who likes to train and fight, you know, who is a Namekian warrior, but you get to see so much slice of life with Piccolo, with those little interactions he has with Pan and Videl and Gohan and, you know, Bulma and, you know, Dende, right? It's those small interactions, and they're really, really cool. So we see Piccolo, after he talks to Dende, Dende tells him that he can get his potential unlocked with the Dragon Balls, and I've already stated that I'm not the biggest fan of that, you know, especially when Piccolo trains every day. It would have been kind of cool to see him get at least the ultimate form on his own, right? If Piccolo had gained the orange form through the Dragon Balls, that's fine, but I think it would have been kind of cool to see Piccolo get the ultimate form on his own, but he gets both of his forms through the Dragon Balls. Like I said, it's cool to see Piccolo get, you know, a huge power up, you know, because now that his battle power, Toriyama has confirmed that this puts him in the same company as Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and the others, right? But still, I just would have preferred to see Piccolo get at least the ultimate form through training, because he's one of the only characters that actually trains, you know, constantly. It is what it is. So then, yeah, so Piccolo gets his wish granted. He gets his ultimate form, plus he gets the orange form, which he doesn't unlock officially till later in the film. And then we see Piccolo, he invades the Red Ribbon Army base again, and then we see that their plan is to kidnap Pan to lure Gohan out, so they can have the Gammas kill Gohan, you know. So we see Piccolo dressed as a Red Ribbon Army soldier. He volunteers to be the one to go kidnap Pan with another soldier to lure Gohan out. Pan actually recognizes Piccolo right away, and like I said, it's really cool to see the interaction with Piccolo and Pan in this movie, you know, because Piccolo just casually tells Pan, like, you know, even though you're 3 years old, hey, you know, act like we're doing this to get your dad back in the fighting scene. But Pan's just like, okay, you know. So like that's like really cool, and it shows how Pan trusts his Piccolo, you know. So we see Piccolo and Pan, they work together to lure Gohan out to the Red Room Army base, right? Like I said, we're focusing on Piccolo here, so I'm just going through the plot kind of quickly here. And then Piccolo is then working with Pan. Like, one of the best scenes in the movie is when Piccolo pretends like he's hurting Pan so that Gohan can get angry, and then that allows Gohan to unlock into his ultimate form, which is a really cool moment. And then right after Dr. Hito orders orders Gamma 2 to team up with Gamma 1 against Gohan. Piccolo jumps in, right? And then he starts fighting Gamma 2 while transforming into his ultimate form. And that's really cool to see. They have a cool fight. Piccolo's dialogue with Gohan is funny. Like, they're legit talking to each other as they're fighting the Gammas. That's cool. Piccolo's like yelling at Gohan, "Hey, focus on your fight," And then the fight continues. Right when it seems like Gamma 2 has Piccolo on the ropes, Piccolo transforms into Orange Piccolo in an awesome scene with choir music and everything. Right? He's massive and all this other stuff. And then he one-shots Gamma 2 in his new form. Just completely one-shots him, knocks him out, and that's it. Right? And I love how Piccolo doesn't even, really take time to like acknowledge the form. He's just like, "Oh, Shenron gave me a really cool boost." That's it. So that's some badass stuff from Piccolo. And then later on, after he's talking to Gohan, Gohan's like, "What was that new form?" But Piccolo's like, "Well, I got it from Shenron." And Gohan's like, "Do you have a cool name for it?" Piccolo's like, "A name? Let's call it Orange Piccolo." Badass. At first when I heard it's Orange Piccolo, I was like, that's a little cringy. But then you think of it and you're just like, actually no, that's kind of badass at the end of the day. Orange Piccolo is kind of cool. It's simple, but it's cool. It makes sense for Piccolo. He's a simple guy. All he needs is water to survive. He just eats food for the heck of it. So then after Cell Max appears, right, Piccolo becomes the leader. Piccolo becomes the leader of the battle, right? He's the one that roused the Sea Fighters together, and he's the one that leads the plan. He's the one that's saying we gotta attack in groups. We gotta, attack by aiming for Cell Max's head, which is where his weakness is at. And that's really cool. It shows Piccolo's experience, because you take Piccolo out here, who's the leader? It could be Gohan, because technically Gohan was the leader of Universe 7 in the Tournament of Power, but I think we can all agree that Piccolo is a better leader. Remember, Piccolo was the one that led the Sea Fighters when they fought Vegeta and Nappa in the Saiyan Saga, right? He's a mentor to Pan. He was a mentor to Goten and Trunks during the Buu Saga, right, when Goku and Vegeta were both dead and Gohan was getting his potential unleashed. So it's very cool to see Piccolo be a leader here. Piccolo is a leader in this movie, and I like it. I like it a lot. So then after that, right, like as they're fighting Cell Max, Piccolo is the one that's leading the charge. We see him go gigantic, right? Something he hasn't done since Dragon Ball when he was fighting Goku in the World Martial Arts Tournament. And like I said, it's Piccolo that continues to convince Gohan, like, hey, unleash your power. We see Piccolo basically give Gohan a speech very similar to what Goku did to Gohan at the end of the Cell games, right? Basically saying, Gohan, you have the potential to be the strongest out of all of us. You just gotta put your mind in it and unleash your true power, right? And we see Gohan's like, hey, it reminds you of when Piccolo was training Gohan back in DBZ. And it's awesome to see Piccolo be that leader there, especially when Goku and Vegeta are nowhere to be found in this movie. They're on Beerus' planet. So we see Piccolo, he's fighting Cell, and remember, Cell Max is still way more powerful than him, but Piccolo holds his own for a while. We see when they're fighting, Piccolo's hitting kicks, he's smashing Cell with his tail, right? Piccolo does his best. And yes, he gets lit up at the end. Cell Max kicks his ass. But it's, Piccolo serves as the trigger for Gohan to transform into Beast Gohan at the end of this film. And even so, Piccolo's the one, even after you think Piccolo's dead, Piccolo wakes up and he's the one to grab a hold of Cell Max, and he holds him so that Gohan can fire the special beam cannon, which kills Cell Max here at the end. So without Piccolo, you know, Gohan would have not been able to transform. The Sea Fighters probably would not have won without Piccolo. Yes, Gohan's just the hero in the one, right? Gohan gets the decisive blow and the big power up and all that. But Piccolo's leadership and his actions in this movie are what drives this plot, right? For the most part, this is Piccolo's story. It really is. It's Piccolo training Pan, right? Piccolo encountering the androids and learning of their devious plan. It's Piccolo. It's his actions that force Gohan to come out of studying and getting his battle senses back, right? It's Piccolo that leads the battle plan against Cell Max. You know, he serves as the leader for the Sea Fighters. It's Piccolo that serves as the trigger to Gohan to unleash his new evolution, right? Without Piccolo, this movie does not take place. You know, Piccolo drives the plot. And even at the end, you know, we see Pan and Piccolo talking as Pan, the final scenes of the movie are Pan showing Piccolo that she now knows how to fly. You know, it comes full circle. You know, the beginning of the film, Pan can't fly. She's struggling against Piccolo in training. But now by the end of the film, Pan can fly and has, you know, already is making, you know, huge progress. And a large deal, you know, a large part of that is just because of Piccolo and his leadership. You know, he's a family guy, right? He's part of Goku and Gohan's extended family. And he's also a leader as one of the Sea Fighters. And that's really cool to see. I'm so happy that they decided to give Piccolo a main lead role in this film. I'm really happy that they made that decision. And I think it's one of the better decisions that they made, and I'm glad they did it. I really am. Piccolo is a beast in this film, and in my opinion, he's the MVP. I'm definitely hoping we get more Piccolo in the future. You know, this movie, Piccolo was so good in this movie to the point where I almost thought that Piccolo should have got the final blow. It should have been Piccolo who should have been the big super. You know, I know why they went with Gohan, because of Gohan's popularity and all that, but I would have loved to see Piccolo get the W. No, really. But still, that doesn't change how I see Piccolo in this movie. He's a badass. He is awesome. And I absolutely love it. And I hope they continue to use Piccolo going forward. I don't know what the next movie or the next arc is, but no matter what happens in the manga or the anime, I just want to see more Piccolo going forward. And it was so great to get to see that in this film. It was very, very great to see Piccolo play a main role as one of the main leads, because he is awesome in this film. But let me know, for those of you guys who have seen the film, what do you guys think of Piccolo, right? Do you guys like what he does in the film? Why or why not? Let me know in the comment section down below. And what do you think the future holds for Piccolo? He now has 2 transformations, and his orange form, like Akira Toriyama stated, is now on par, or at least, yeah, is on the same level as Goku and Vegeta and the others. What does that mean for the future? We don't know, but still, it's awesome to see. But let me know what you guys think of Piccolo in Dragon Ball Superhero. Let me know. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel by hitting the bell next to my name, Fitz TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys for the love and support. I will see you guys later. Peace.